All right, so without further ado, take it away, Lisa.
Thank you. You enjoyed a night out on the town with your friends, or had a hard day at work and stopped by your favorite watering hole. After a couple hours and drinks, it's time to head home. You know your limit, and you think you're good to drive home. Then, blue lights in your rear view mirror, and your life has changed forever. Being arrested for driving under the influence is the beginning of a legal, embarrassing nightmare and requires you to attend court dates, miss work or school, and ends with punishment that includes jail time. I know about DUIs. Thankfully, I have never had one, and I work in the DUI court system. When you're pulled over for suspicion of a DUI, you'll be asked to perform field sobriety tests and take a breath test. After you are charged with a DUI, you'll have at least 2 more court dates. It will disrupt all aspects of your life. Your punishment, without a doubt, will be expensive and include jail time. The weekend before Labor Day, August 2019, the Clarksville Police Department made 14 DUI arrests. 4 of those involved motor vehicle crashes. The other 10 involved failure to maintain lane of travel or swerving. One almost hit a patrol car. This information is from an article on Clarksville Now. Clearly, driving under the influence is a bad decision for everyone's safety. What is a DUI? It is a type A misdemeanor crime and is the most serious of the misdemeanors. Tennessee Code Annotated 5510-401 is the law that applies to driving under the influence, or DUI. This law states that it is unlawful to drive or have physical control of a motor-driven vehicle upon roads, highways, streets, or alleys, or on premises where the public at large can gather while under the influence of any intoxicant, whether legal or illegal, that affects the central nervous system. You are legally impaired at 0.08%. If you're pulled over for suspicion of DUI, you will be asked to perform field sobriety tests. The horizontal gaze, the officer will follow his pen with your eyes by not moving your head from left to right and up and down. You will next be asked to perform the heel-toe test. That requires you to put your heel in front of your toe for 9 steps with your arms by your side. After the 9 steps, you turn around and return back. The next field sobriety test is the one-leg stand. This is where you will stand on one leg with your other leg 6 inches up from the ground while you're looking at it, and your arms are by your side. If you, you may also be asked to count backwards from 100, sing the alphabet backwards, and touch your finger to your nose. Failure of these tests will result in an arrest for DUI, and the officer will ask you to blow by using a breathalyzer to estimate your blood alcohol content, or BAC. Under Tennessee law, you are required to perform a BAC test once you're under arrest for a DUI. Since your arrest means that you displayed probable cause for driving under the influence, Tennessee's implied consent law states that you consent to taking one of the BAC tests, whether it is by blood, alcohol, or urine. Breath, blood, or urine. What happens to the passengers in your car once you're arrested? They will have the opportunity to call for a ride home. If they themselves have been drinking and they do not call for a ride home, they will be arrested for public intoxication. Your car will be towed. You will be booked into the jail and you will remain in the holding cell for 4 hours before you're allowed to call a bonding company. Your bond is set depending on if this is your first charge or if other charges are incurred. Your bond amount will vary depending on your charges. Bond amounts can be anywhere from $2,500 to $20,000. You will have to pay 10 to 15% of this amount to your bonding company. The jail does have a list the jail has a list of bonding companies for you to choose from. If you cannot make bond, you stay in jail until your court date. Your court date is your next business day. Therefore, if you get arrested on a Friday, your court date is on a Monday, and you spend all weekend in jail. Your arraignment is the formal proceeding advising of the charges pending against you and the setting of a court date for a settlement. At your court date, as a DUI first offender, you will be sentenced to 11 months, 29 days, all suspended to probation, and to serve 48 hours in jail. You will lose your driver's license for 1 year. You are required, if ordered by the judge, to attend an alcohol and treatment program. You will have to pay restitution to any person suffering physical injury or injury to personal property. You will pay court fines anywhere from $350 to $1,500, and you will also be responsible for jail fees. You are required to attend a victim impact panel class put on by MAD. If you are lucky enough to get a restricted driver's license that will allow you to drive to work and school, you will be responsible for the installation cost of the ignition interlock device. In Tennessee, a DUI will remain on your record forever. Think about that next time you're okay to drive. Don't drink and drive. Thank you.